Hers is probably Dominican Republic.
Chicken to the living room.
Y'all, I wish you guys went to DR.
I have been to DR.
Junk. You stayed in a resort, nice and safe, I bet.
Thank you. I want to stay in the unsafe places when I go on vacation. No, we drove across the island.
Oh, you did?
So I could go scuba diving.
Where? So you went from where to where?
We went from a place where there were a lot of chickens to another place where there were a lot of chickens in the road.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So you don't know if you went from Punta Cana to Puerto Plata to Santo Domingo?
I've been to Puerto Plata before. I'll never go there again. But
Punta Cana you like better?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was way more.
Where do you stay in Punta Cana?
A very high-end resort.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Mr. Szafranski, it's great to have you here again. Your room is ready.
I bet you don't stay in Casa de Campo.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's where Michael Jackson got married in DR. All the big-time people go to Casa de Campo.
How'd that work out for him?
Yeah.
He did.
When you're thinking of all the people that got married, that you think
Oscar de la Renta goes to Casa de Campo. Oscar de la Renta.
Was that to Lisa Marie Presley? Is that where they got married?
Yeah, that's where he went.
He was married
That one
twice,
lasted forever.
Oscar de la Renta goes to Casa de Campo. What you can say about that?
Here's what I'm going to say. One of my favorite things to do with Jannelle is when she's talking to somebody and she's like, yeah, I'm from DR. I go, actually, unless Providence is a region of DR,
I'm
she's
from
Rhode
DR.
Island.
Because we got to hear about Dave's Polish power all the time. I am from DR.
She's like from the whitest place in America.
At age
Rhode Island.
At age 3, she found herself.
When you walk down the street, when people go like, that's a black girl.
I know.
What's a black girl doing here?
I'm from DR. Like,
was there ethnic diversity in Rhode Island?
In Rhode Island, it's a whole lot, especially now though. But you got to think, New York and Boston are right by.
Okay.
So
Yeah, but again, those are in different states.
No. I'm saying, like for example, when we moved there were a lot of whites and blacks and a few Hispanics. But I'm saying throughout the years, people go where their family are. So a lot of people from Boston and New York have moved to Providence, and
I'll be there this summer.
A lot of Hispanics.
In Rhode Island?
We rented a motorhome, and we're going to go to Acadia National Park. I've always wanted to buy a motorhome, but my wife won't let me. She said, "Well, whoa. Let's rent one first and see if we like it." I know I'm not going to want to buy
fun
one.
in Rhode Island.
We'll rent one.
We've wanted a camper for a long time.
JFK used to do his summers in DR. I mean, in Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
It's all about Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
And you know, the Kennedy family, upstanding individuals.
Thank you.
I take a lot of my family
exactly.
advice from them.
Thank you.
So I recall as a
Kennedy
kid.
and Jackson. Those
Everybody around the Kennedys has died in a plane crash, a car crash,
what
a
is
suicide,
up with
mysterious.
That?
Yeah.
That's like, woo.
Probably those Dominicans doing something.
That's what it is.
So I remember as a kid, we were on an East Coast road trip, and there was this moment where it was like, my mom was like, boys, and we were talking, boys.
Oh
well, you missed it. I was like, what? She goes, that was Rhode Island.
Oh, don't laugh at that. That's so corny. Vicky says, hi guys, I love the mask idea, but I thought it was about the coffee cup. But it's all good. It's all good. Dave, you're the bestest ever.
Whoa.
She needs to calm down.
Oh, winky face. I get it.
No, she's totally right.
You're the best ever.
The best.
Do you have fans that recognize you when you're out and about?
Oh, of course.
Yeah?
I don't. I can't remember the last time.
So somebody came to my office the other day and they said, oh yeah.
Hola, Marcedalia. Sorry.
That's okay. They said, I was told that you're like one of the funniest people alive. I'm like,
oh my God.
You were told right.
Oh, goodness.
You were told right. I am one of the funniest people alive.
Do you look what you sound like? Do people get surprised?
No, I think they're very disappointed, actually.
That's usually what happens to me.
Seriously?
She's constantly running into people. Oh, I was at my banker, my dentist. Everybody's recognizing her.
All the time. A doctor at Cleveland Clinic, it was really awkward, and it was like a personal meeting. You know, like, of course, it's my health. So I'm over here telling her all my business. And then I walk in with a baby's coat because it was raining, and so I was in a rush. And I grabbed my goddaughter's coat. She's like 1. I grabbed it to cover my hair, and then I walk in, I hang it up. I'm over here telling her all my business. And then before the meeting was over, she was like, okay, 2 questions. Number 1. Like, do you have a baby, or like what's
Why are you wearing an infant's coat?
Exactly.
I'm a baby.
Right. And then
coat. It was an infant's coat.
And then, mad awkward, after I gave her all my business, she's like, and then I'm so glad to finally meet Jannelle from Brian and Jannelle.
She's like, I got this rash right here. look at this rash.
For real.
So I was at a doctor's appointment.
My counselor, everybody listens.
At a doctor's appointment. And I check in and everything, and the lady says, "You wouldn't happen to be David Szafranski from the radio?" And it was for a colonoscopy.
Oh my God!
I'm like, I said, I wish you hadn't said that.
What?
I just wanted to walk away and just, I'm just going to go
man.
get this someplace
I
else.
mean, because at least my doctor waited till the end. But you found out in the beginning, then you got to keep going. Did you want to just walk away?
I did.
You did walk away?
No, I wanted to
Oh,
walk
you
away.
wanted
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Has that ever happened to you with a medical professional?
I've had fears in certain circumstances that it would happen, but no, in fact, it rarely ever happens anywhere ever. Part of the problem is I don't go anywhere,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to run into anyone that watches the show if I'm not leaving my home. But generally speaking, I know it doesn't happen to me.
Like all my medical professionals, the dentist. Isaiah called me. I dropped him off for his appointment. And then he calls me when I'm on my way to pick him up. He's like, "Mommy, this is really awkward." I'm like, "Why? It's your dentist." He goes, "No, like everybody here listens to the show." And I'm like, "Okay, big deal." He goes, "No, you don't understand. They're talking to me like they know me. Because I talk about them." He's like, "This is really weird. What is up with that?"
Well, part of it,
People
you
love
spell
it.
your name all crazy. You got two N's and two L's.
2 L's, you got to. And then
Yeah.
you end
You got
it
a
with
lot of letters in your name.
It's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Dave, for the compliment.
You also have the name Szafranski. It's
I
like
know, that's why I said
Yo,
there aren't many
you are
Szafranskis.
intense.
There are not many Szafranskis.
I am just so regular. No one.
Is that a very Polish?
Brian.
It's probably gonna be a dumb question, but that's like a Polish last name. If somebody read your last name, would they know? No. Listen, would they know? Because y'all are connected to other countries too.
Yeah.
Would they know? Like, oh yeah, he's Polish.
Yeah, they would know.
Okay.
So you can, if somebody were Hungarian, there's probably an H, an R, and a Y in their name someplace. If somebody is Ukrainian, there's probably a Y, an R, a T, and a K in their name someplace. So there are regional differences, but we have.
Okay.
I'll meet with. In fact, I just met with a Ukrainian person the other day, and we were talking about the differences in names by region, but the foods are the same. And
I like some Hungarian goulash now and again.
goulash, I don't even know what that is.
It's a Hungarian dish.
Is
called
there,
Hungarian goulash? My mom made it
What's
growing
up?
up.
Nathaniel says, "Good morning, Professor Dave."
They just call it goulash.
Hi, Miss Theola. Hi, Lori. What's up, Tammy? What's up, Vicky? I have a question for you, Brian. And Marcelalia says, "David, you look like you work out. Is it you or the shirt?
It's the shirt.
Can you
Yes.
tell us about your workout routine?"
I can't.
Who cares?
You're just a hater because
Let me
you
think
ran
about
with
it
your
for a
kids.
second here. Yes, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do weights.
Look at that.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, sometimes early Sunday morning, I do cardio and leg work, squats.
Squats. With
Tell us
weights.
about,
Do you use weights?
No,
So tight.
nope, just his body weight.
Just
Uh,
pierogies.
Some people
Could
do
you
that.
give us a lowdown of Len's workout routine?
He's not quite there yet. He says he is because Len's losing a lot of weight. He's eating
I
healthy,
thought he said,
all
"Ain't
that.
no woman gonna ever get between me and the gym." That's what he said when they got no woman gonna get between me and the gym.
Well, he grew
Lo and behold,
in
he's got 2
wisdom.
daughters and a wife and a sister-in-law
He
between him
grew
and
in
the gym.
wisdom. So then, so he's losing a lot of weight, and then he tried to tell when the family's reacting to him.
So he's not fat
he's
anymore?
Talking,
Is that what
I'm
you're saying?
telling. What? So then he's talking to my mom and my sister, and they're telling him like, yeah. So he was like, try to slip it in, like, yeah, I've been lifting weights, and the boys are all around him, and they lift, and they're like, we ain't never seen you downstairs.
What did he say?
He tried to like, man, stop. They're like, no, and then they start talking amongst each other, like, have you seen him? I haven't seen him. Oh my gosh.
He's trying to get away with all
He's
that.
busy. I mean, he is a hard
You
worker.
know, when I joined the Army, though, I found a great love of fitness. And you had to be in shape because the things that they were asking you to do were, you could not be out of shape and do these things. And I carried it on to my personal life because it was a great sense of, you burn off a lot of stress.
Yeah.
And, and I would get all my great ideas running.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I can't run anymore, so now I got a bike ride.
You can't run.
Well, I
why?
got that partial knee replacement. I hurt my
Oh,
knee. and
yeah.
I got 5 kids. I don't have time for all that.
You do.
Ain't
You
nobody
always
got
have time.
time for
I
that.
got
I
6
used to go to the
kids.
gym
Ain't
at 11
nobody
o'clock
got
at
time
night
for
when
that.
my kids were
Oh,
young.
that's tight.
11 o'clock at night.
I got
dude.
9 kids in my house, and I work out. Thank you. The other thing is about stress relief.
She says she
So-
works out. Her daughters, they were playing princess. They quickly,
That was a
without
long time
hesitation,
ago.
called her
That was a long time
last
ago.
week
I do work out.
Sleeping Beauty.
They did. I value my sleep. Listen, so
So
stress
please
relief,
don't define. They
my
didn't call you
favorite.
princess workout.
I work out. I
They
don't
didn't
care
call
what
you
nobody
princess
says.
exercise.
So my favorite stress release is kickboxing, and so what I picture is
You don't
Brian's
kickbox.
face. I do. Brian, not every day. Brian's face, and it's just like, oh.
Remember her
oh.
definition of baking? I bake. 20 years ago.
Do you want me to show you my? You want me to show you my workout routine? Since you hating it.
I remember you tried to show us your red belt or whatever routine.
You
That was
were just a
disaster.
hater. Anyways, oh no, what it doesn't matter, my workout routine. What I wanted to ask you is, he always talks about him being Polish. I talk about DR. You never talk about your Scandinavian roots. Like, yo,
ashamed.
are you proud or
He's ashamed of it.
what is wrong with
No, I
you?
guess you just don't listen when I talk.
No, you barely talk about it. I am all about DR. He
What do
is
I have
all
in my fridge
about
right now?
What?
What kind of delicacy? You don't know.
Oh wait,
Because you don't
let's
care. You're all about you. No.
What's that?
Pickled herring.
Eso mismo. I knew it. Yes, that
You
one.
did not know that.
I knew it because you've given me some of that. Jannelle, watching a workout video on the couch doesn't count. Really funny. I work out with my sister every day. Mike says, Buenos dias, mis amigos. So why can't you speak Spanish like him?
Yeah, Mike, exactly. That doesn't count, does it?
Sagaris is here, says good morning.
I work out.
And Twee
in
is
1990.
here. No, I do work out.
I like how he said good morning, Brian and Jannelle. And David.
Yeah,
Like it's
what's
an
up with
afterthought.
that?
It's an afterthought.
Steve says, how much does it cost for an appointment with a financial
It should
advisor?
cost nothing for a consultation with anybody, right?
No, that is not right.
Like some people will charge you just to meet with them.
Brian,
Yeah, I mean, they got to make money, bro.
wow.
They make money.
What do I look like? I'm a charity?
Yeah.
Well, I charge nothing. Other people, I don't know what people charge.
So when do you
I know
get
what
paid?
Sometimes I never get paid. Sometimes I meet with people and I say, look, you don't have to do these ideas with me. In fact, you don't even need me. I wouldn't even use me. But here's what you should do.
Oh, wow.
And so when people from the radio station call me, I don't care if I get paid. I want to make sure that you get the information that you need and you're headed in the right direction. If I get paid somewhere along the way, that's great. If I don't, that's also great. I don't care.
Oh, he's so, wow. I wish Brian had just a little bit of that. Nathaniel says, Brian,
I bake, I work out. Like
I
all these
do
things
work
that
out.
are
I don't
just
care what
not
you
true.
say.
Do you have VHSs of when Olivia Newton-John was doing the
Let's
jazz?
get
Oh, I
physical,
know.
physical.
I remember those.
Hey, I lift weights
I
in
do.
junior high.
No, I work out. I don't care what you say. I did a HIIT workout this week. Well, I
High
was,
intensity workout.
yeah.
When
He
you
doesn't
say-
know.
When you say this week, does that refer to any week in which you lived?
I work out every week, 5 days a week, sometimes 6, and always 1 or 2 HIIT workouts every week.
Why don't you work out?
Okay, what does workout mean? That it's not a hit workout.
HIIT, like today, it's upper body with cardio involved, but it's really focused on upper body lifting weights. I lift weights. I do yoga. I mean, I
love
work
yoga.
out.
you
I
sinner.
love
Isn't
yoga.
it
You do yoga,
awesome?
you sinner. Wow.
Oh yes. What do you? Oh
I read
no,
the
I know what we. What do you do? What happened this week? You said you were still sore.
I don't
Watch
pretend
this,
like I
watch
work
this.
out.
No, but that's good. So tell
he
us.
put the toilet seat down.
No, no, it's actually serious. But he's still sore. It's the
Parents
third
versus
day.
kids soccer game, and we destroyed the kids. Let's just be clear on
And
that.
what did you do to your kid with the ball?
I shot the ball and hit him right square in the chest.
How old is he?
He's in first grade. And I did that in
Did you
front of all
knock
the
him over?
parents.
Did you blow him up?
He didn't fall down, but it hurt real bad. He cried real hard, and then asked if Daddy really had to play the game.
Nathaniel,
Did you run the bases though while he was crying so you could get the point?
Nathaniel
It was
said.
embarrassing.
Nathaniel said, Brian, I will give you $100 if you run a half marathon with me. $100.
You trying to make 100 sound big by saying it loud? $100? No,
I'll make it sound big. $100 in free food.
no. Bro, you're gonna have to pay me a lot more than that for a half marathon.
Would you ever do a marathon?
A lot,
Ever?
I
$100?
wanted to do a marathon, but I got hurt. And I couldn't.
Aw. Have you ever done the like with bikes or?
No, because of my knee.
Wait, when did your knee stop working?
Let's see. 2016, I had the surgery. It was 2015 that I got hurt. And
I went to Michigan for that fancy surgery and everything.
very fancy surgery, yeah. It's like it never happened. I probably could run on it, but it just wear it out. So
Running is dumb anyway.
running is it's dumb, but it's such a endorphin rush when you're running and your mind gets cleared and it's like you and the road and you know if when I travel now I gotta look for a gym someplace I can work out before I just pack my running shoes. Boom, done.
Yeah.
I understand why it's dumb. And I understand why it's lovely. And
My sons say that about swimming, about the mental part of it where you
Yes.
can kind of zone out.
People say,
It's good.
don't you feel great when it's over? I go, no, I feel more tired and sore than when I started, and I ended up in the same place I started.
And the Army taught me that your mind
Brian,
is way
pay
weaker
attention.
than your body. Your body can endure punishment that your mind never even dreamed that you could do. And so it was always a physical challenge for me. And I like beating that challenge. It's one of the reasons why I like going to the Amazon is because now I work...
I'd rather live in denial. That joke never gets old.
Never. For him.
I know.
Amazon.
No joke ever gets
Yo,
old for
you
him.
don't have like corny dad jokes. What's up with that? Because he's like full
No,
of them.
I do.
Like,
Don't insult him.
or
like
maybe
that.
his jokes are just funny. They're not corny. Yours are corny.
That's good.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
My jokes are funny. His jokes are stupid.
Yeah,
That's what he does.
dumb.
That was really good.
Tell
Jannelle.
him about that hay one. So dumb.
Every dad knows the hay joke. You're driving past the farm, there's bales of hay. You nudge your kid. Hey.
I didn't know that joke.
He said he didn't
You
even
know?
laugh.
My dad did it every time. Hey. I'm like, what? He goes, hey. Hey.
Right there.
Wow. Tasani says running is a good stress release. Sagara says eat is a good stress release. Bebe, Elijah's the one that sat next to you. He's a runner. He's actually a jumper. Have you seen the pictures? He's top
Yeah.
20 in the state of Ohio.
So after I got my surgery, I would be driving home through Vermilion, where I love little lakefront community, and there's this like 80-year-old woman who would be running, and I would get so mad. I'm like, why is this old lady? And I'm thinking, one day I'm just gonna swerve over and hit her, so she can't run. And I thought,
What?
no, that's wrong. And I stopped thinking that. I had to get over it. I was angry at first because I loved running. It was so easy. You just walk out the door and run.
Yeah.
And now I had to go plan and do all this stuff. But
Were you one of the people, like, why did it, listen, I'm all about working out and all that. Like, I cheer for people that do. But when people go out in the cold or the snow with shorts to run, what is wrong with those people? Are you one of those?
No.
What do you do when it's snowing outside? Do you still go run?
Well, no, I can't run anymore.
Oh,
But
well, no, back then.
I would
Were
run on
you-
a treadmill. I would run.
Okay.
If the road was clear, I would put on
Full
appropriate
clothes.
clothing.
Okay.
Well, I'm grateful for Pastor Sagras, who reminded all of us that eating is a good stress relief.
Yes.
You like
Thank
that
you,
one?
Pastor. It's
Yeah.
true. It's the endorphins from all the chewing, the jaw movement, burn calories, I'm working out right now. Working out right now.
You're doing
right
your
now,
workout.
Right now. Right now.
You need to put like one of those sweatbands on.
So what did you do in college? Did you play a sport? In high school, you usually have to do something. What did you do?
You don't know the answer to this question.
What did you do?
He was in a
Do
band.
you ever listen when I talk?
Did you ever?
I
Oh,
played soccer all
soccer.
year round.
So how did you go from playing soccer all year round to this?
Because I played all year round.
Oh, what is like?
I did soccer all year round, running around. You couldn't keep up on a soccer field? Look
I
at you.
It's a lot of running.
I
Yeah,
did that
I couldn't keep up.
my entire childhood to the point that I didn't want to do it ever again.
Communist. Soccer is a sport of communism because all you needed was a round object, a coconut. It was like, hey, give those little communists a ball, let them see what they do. Soccer was invented. It's the sport of communism.
And just in case you were wondering, at one point I did play on the Minnesota State team, the state select team. You don't know about that because you don't care. You don't listen when I talk.
Wow.
I'm going to say this to you and you can ask me what sport I played tomorrow.
Man, dude, but you gotta bring back the glory, like the old glory days.
what
Do
you
you
might
know what the
wanna
Bible
do.
says?
You might want to start a file there and just say things that Brian has said that I should remember.
That is true.
and
you know what
then
the Bible
just
says?
review them like weekly.
That's true. What?
Don't long for the good old days. This is not wise. I live in the today, Jannelle.
My God.
I'm not like you and saying I bake and it was 20 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
I don't bake, but I do
Never?
work out.
I bake. When's the last time you baked? like 5 years ago.
It's true.
And then she goes, watch, Brian, I bake. Look I'm baking. And she took a bunch of pictures of her kids doing the work.
They did.
I know.
You think they were doing that by themselves?
Yeah.
Yes, I do, actually, because you were taking
Baking
pictures.
by themselves?
You were taking the pictures.
Okay,
They were
whatever.
baking.
All right.
Oh. Look at how annoyed you are.
I'm not
Neither
annoyed.
one of you guys are gun owners, right? You guys don't own a gun?
I mean, technically we are, but we don't have it with us here.
CCWs? You got
I'm
any
not.
CCW?
No.
Okay, that's good. It's probably a good idea. Just exchange of fire.
That'd be fun, though.
We were just at the shooting range last night.
You were?
Yeah.
Would you trust me? Like, take me with you to something like that?
Yeah, I'd stand behind you for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I'd stand behind you. Yeah, we
I'd
took
go.
took a couple of big rifles. We have a couple of big rifles, like super loud. Super
Yeah.
loud.
Wow.
I went skeet shooting once.
We did skeet shooting last night
What
too.
the heck is that? Skeet?
Dave, I think we should go.
You would love skeet shooting. It's shotgun. They this circle clay like disc shoots out, and you follow it, and shoot it,
Oh,
and try and.
that's tight.
I wasn't even close.
It's
It's hard.
It's hard to get used to, but once you get the hang of
Like
so-
where to aim.
Yeah, so what you do is you don't use your back sight at all. You just take your eyes off of your back sight.
No one told me that.
Yeah, because most people don't know how to do it.
And you have to shoot in front of where it's going.
Not necessarily. No, you're
Carlton.
just following it with your rifle. Your body and your rifle are one unit, so.
Carlton, don't get used to it. We'll cover your question before we go. He has a question, but we gotta go. I have a job that I want to report and pay taxes, so I don't owe. How do I do that?
Well, if it's a W-2 job, they're taking, so if you work for an employer like a Home Depot or a Walmart or somebody, they're taking taxes out.
Yeah.
And you can you can change your withholdings on your W-9 based on how much you want to withhold more or less. If you have kids, you can afford to withhold a little bit less because you're going to get the child tax credit.
Yeah.
If it's a 1099 job, where maybe you're working as a contractor or you're self-employed, then you have to withhold taxes for yourself, and it's
Yeah.
15.4%. 15.4,
Yeah, he said
15.6.
self-employed, so 15.4%.
Yeah, because you got to pay both sides of the Social Security,
Okay.
Medicare, and your income tax. So you probably should be withholding whatever check you get. 25% should go to taxes.
I was so mad. Did you go through that? My first check?
When you're a kid?
Yeah,
Oh, of course,
I
yeah.
was so mad.
Because you think everything's free. You don't realize. See, Brian loves to get checks from the government.
He
Loves
does.
to get checks from the government.
I haven't gotten enough this year, I'll tell you
What
that.
Brian doesn't realize is that there is no free lunch.
Nothing's free?
That bill is coming due.
My kids will pay for it.
That's
Yes.
so
And I feel
wrong.
very good about that.
Wow.
Just like your generation feels great about us not having Social Security someday.
It'll never disappear for you.